Good morning, everyone. Is it morning? Yeah. I'm back in Arizona now, and I got back Monday night, and now it's Thursday, so I've just been studying all week. I'm just making coffee. One sec. Now it's time to do real work. I need to eat something too. Basically, it's just been really hard to be back. I wanted to stay in Virginia longer, but I have finals and I just like need to be alone because my study schedule is like so erratic and I just need to be like alone and in quiet places, but I really miss being home. And so since I got back, I've just like not been in a great headspace. But yesterday I actually had a pretty good day, and so I'm gonna try to like sort of mimic that today. I just tried to be like productive and just sort of force my way through everything, and it actually helped. So I'm gonna try to mimic that today. So I'll make my bed and then I'll get to studying. Okay, forget everything I said this morning. I just studied all day for trademarks in bed, and it was just the worst idea. As you can see, I didn't change, I didn't put any makeup on, my hair didn't happen, and oh my god, it was just like, I feel terrible. Like, I just should have done more to make I just should have done something to make this day better, because now I'm just like back in a bad headspace, and like, I should have, I don't know, but now I have to teach in 35 minutes, and I did this thing where I choreographed in my head, like kind of to the music, kind of not, and like didn't try it, so we'll see how that goes. But I am gonna get ready to teach now, because like my students should not have to see this. Unless they're watching this, then they're seeing it now, but like, you know. The one thing I've been doing well today is I have had a lot of water, but that can only do so much when you feel like trash. Okay, let's get ready now. Okay, so I feel more ready to teach now. I have like 10 minutes. I'm gonna review some stuff, and then I'll be teaching for 4 hours. I would film some of it, but if I'm just being really honest, I feel too fat and too down right now to like film me teaching. So maybe next week. We'll see how I'm feeling. Okay, so it's Saturday, May 2nd, and I have a lot of work to do, obviously, because so finals go on for 2 weeks, but my Indian law paper due date is this coming week, and both my finals, so I didn't have anything last week, so I've just been studying all week. So we have a busy weekend and days ahead. Today I'm gonna try to knock out my Indian law paper. Not anything final, but I would love to get a whole first draft done. Things are going pretty well so far. I'll show you what I have done, and it's only 12:40. Focus. I wrote an introduction, a little bit of background, and now I'm starting into the cases, but I have all this outlining done as well. So not bad. I actually I came up with this whole concept in my head, and I hadn't read the cases that closely, and one of them I read in like January or February, so it had been a while. And I am pleased to report, sorry, I have mic mics in my head. I'm pleased to report that it's actually working out like I thought. Like, I think I have something to say here. The whole thing's a little speculative. However, that's kind of one of the things that we're learning in Indian law, is how inconsistent the case law can be, and I'm comparing a Supreme Court case with a 10th Circuit case that preceded the Supreme Court case. So like, there's not much guidance, and courts are just kind of all over the map. So me, like, I definitely have a through line between these cases, but I think that I'm definitely speculating as to why they came out the way that they did. Taking a break to make some lunch. I'm cooking, here. I'm cooking up ground bison, and then I think I'm gonna saute this pepper and then put it together. That's lunch. So let's get to work.
We've been talking for an hour, we just can't find the end.
Okay, there's my lunch. I don't know if that looks appetizing or not, but to me it looks really good. And the bison could win awards.
I'm stuck around with you. I've been told I should go find myself again. You're taking my soul, everything I own.
It's now 4:18. I wrote 7 pages. I was gonna vlog like a day in my life, but I literally just sat, but I just sat in my bed for like 6 hours writing that paper, so there really wasn't much to vlog. Hey vlog. I have no idea when the last time I vlogged was. Yeah, I don't know, but it's Monday now and my first final is Wednesday morning. So this is my setup. I've been studying all day and I figured I would pop in and show you a little of how I study for finals. So my final on Wednesday is trademarks, and this is the outline I made. Size 10 font, and it still wound up being 41 pages, which is long. But it's really like outline formatted, so like here, I'll show you. So like if I had really wanted it to be shorter, I could have. I just like kept with my like outline format, you know. So I finished that earlier today, and now what I do after I have my full outline is I write by hand a slightly more condensed one. So this is what I have so far for that. I haven't stapled it yet because I don't know how many pages it's gonna be. So this is my slightly more condensed version. So far I have like 2 pages front and back, and I'm starting on page 3. And then that's just like notes and stuff. Okay, I'm about like halfway through the condensed, well, how do I word this? Sorry, it's freezing in here. I'm like halfway through my full outline, condensing it. Like I'm condensing page 27 out of 41 right now. So more than halfway. Does that make sense? Anyways, I'm taking a break. It's 8 o'clock. I'm gonna make some dinner, shower. Like I just need a break. I've been at this for so many hours. Okay, so I finished my condensed version and it wound up being 7 pages front and back. Compare that to 41 one-sided pages that my outline was. Basically, what I just did, like all of this stuff, I'll look over it, sure, but I probably won't even use it on my final. But the process of writing this was really informative, and that's why I do this. I don't ever end up like using these on my actual final. They're just kind of a security blanket to have, but they're mostly for me to just start to really understand like the bookends on the information. So I truly understand like what all we covered, and I can start to condense it, know where to look in my outline, and remember like which cases were discussing which issues. And that's a big thing. In here I didn't specify the details of any cases we read. I just wrote the names of them under the subjects that they covered. Okay, so from here I do need to make a 1-page front and back outline or review sheet and turn it into my professor. It's part of our participation grade, because back when classes were in person, that was all we were going to be able to bring into the final was 1 page front and back. So I need to make that. I'll do that tomorrow. And I really want dessert right now, but I don't really have any dessert. I have old bananas that I could put peanut butter on. They're not that old. I bought them a week ago. But I put them in the fridge, which tends to preserve them sometimes. I'll figure it out. Let's keep going. Also, studying on my bed isn't something I normally do. Usually I'd actually be like down here on the floor or out on my couch, but for some reason today I just stayed in bed all day, so it worked, but that's not my usual setup. But anyways, yeah, that's my outline. I need to staple this, my now condensed version of my outline. Those are class notes. This is extra paper. Great. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It's the day before my first final, and it's like 10 a.m. I woke up around 8:30. I decided rather than do like a condensed version of my handwritten outline, I'm just gonna jump right to the 1-page front and back outline that we need to turn in for participation points. Okay, that part is done. I sent it over to my professor. Here's what I ended up making. So this is what I ended up doing. I just used a lot of text boxes. Okay, it is 11:15 and I'm going to bed. My final, if
Corona never happened and we were still having it in person, was at 9 tomorrow. And because of Corona and like whatever circumstances you may have, they're giving us an hour before and after to start it. So you can start it anywhere between 8 and 10. I'm still gonna start it at 9. I don't know why, I just like I wanna make everything feel as normal as possible. It's why I bought earplugs today. It's like, I just want everything to be like, none of this ever happened. So I'm gonna start it at 9. I'm tired. I will see you in the morning. I'm gonna get up around 6:30, I think. Okay, Trademarks is done. It felt awful. Okay, well, on to the next. I'm gonna work on my Indian law paper. Or maybe I should do Crim Pro. Let's do criminal procedure right now. I can't write. I just wrote too much and I don't feel like a good writer right now. And let's do criminal procedure. I'm not doing well, as you can probably tell by my appearance, but I spent my whole day finishing my Crim Pro outline. Now it's like 6:30, and now I'm gonna start doing the thing where I condense it down and write a new version by hand. My apartment, you guys, this is where I took my final this morning. That was all my trademark stuff. And then that's my island right now. My bedroom is honestly, I guess it could be worse. I just like, I can't. I am so tired. And I just feel so defeated from this morning's final. And then my Indian law paper is lurking in the back of my mind. And I know I need to work on that at least a little today, because I just don't want to save it all for tomorrow. Even though it's not due till like 11:59 tomorrow night, I just don't want to save it all for tomorrow. We're still going strong. I purchased a season of 90210 to keep me company. Oh, I think I'm losing it. And eventually I'll shower, that's a promise. Okay, here's what I've done so far. Page 1, I staple them after. Page 2, obviously, because I don't know how many pages it's gonna be. Page 3, and now we're on page 4. And of my 42-page outline, I'm on page 16 of like, you know, the information I have summarized. Good news is, as I do all of this, it just gets simpler and simpler every single time I write this stuff down. So I really feel, I think criminal procedure is a lot more straightforward than trademarks. Looking at myself in this viewfinder, I'm wondering if it is time to take a shower, but I'm kind of on a roll, so I think I'm just gonna keep going. But I just wanted to show you my setup. And I was texting with my friend today and she was like, you're so close to being done. And it just doesn't feel that way. I haven't even looked at my Indian law paper since yesterday and it's done. I just hate it because I just like, I should have checked on that before. We'll do it later. All right, I'm gonna keep studying. I'm gonna keep working on page 4, technically page 7 because they're front and back, you know? Oh my God. Hey vlog, looking a little rough. It's like it's 1:45 and I've been up since 8 and my Indian law paper is done. I finished it, I just printed it off, reread it, made a few edits, it's done. I'm not gonna submit it yet because I do wanna print it out one more time and just reread it just to make sure I didn't overlook anything, but I'm not gonna do that now because I have just spent 9, 10, like 4 hours on it. Sorry, I'm a law student, not a mathematician. And so anyways, that's done. I do feel good about it. I'm right at like the 3,500 word limit, which I think is a good place to be because 3,500 words is not a lot. So like with my appellate ad brief, I had 30 pages to work with. So I kind of wanted to be under because that's a lot. Here, I only had 3,500 words to work with. So I wanted to take full advantage and I'm like right at the mark. So that's good. I'm now going to wash my face and clean up my appearance and then eat some lunch. I've had 30,000 cups of coffee, if you can't tell, and no food. So I'm like wired, but not in a good way. And then we will get to criminal procedure. I finished my handwritten thing. It wound up being 7 pages front and back, but I started to get like lazy towards the end. As you can see, that's like not as detailed compared to here. But, and Anyways, I finished that, and so then my plan now is to go and write all my rule statements in full sentence form. We will have access to our hard drive, so we're allowed to have pre-written rule statements. So I need to go do that because that's everything I have right now is like in bullet point form. It's like 10:24, and my final was in person, supposed to start at 9:30, but they give you a 1 hour window before and after now that they're in home and online. So I don't know when I'll start it, probably like 8:45 if I had to guess. This is what my bed looks like right now, but let's clean it up a little. I submitted my Indian law paper a few hours ago. So these are all versions of it that I had printed because when I'm doing a paper, I print it and then I read it aloud. So those can all go in the recycling. What textbook is this? That's my Indian law book. That can go over there too. Okay, Crim Pro, we have my outline. Then we have notes from the class review, notes from a review office hours, and then this is what I made last night. 7 pages front and back of handwritten stuff. I think that's all I have for Crim Pro right now, and then everything else is on my computer, all my class notes and stuff. In other news, I feel the need to let you know that when I was writing this, okay, I don't think I hold pens and pencils right, and the pen that I was using is somewhere around here, but it's like, oh, my stapler is in bed with me. Great. But the pen was like plastic, you know, it was pretty hard. And so I just think that like I don't hold it right. And basically I woke up this morning with no feeling in my right thumb, and it hasn't come back. In fact, it's gone more numb. I think numbness is a spectrum, and we are now more numb. So that is the price we pay for these notes. And the craziest part about these notes, you guys, is that I never look at them during the final. Anyways, as far as Crim Pro, I feel okay. Oh, let me show you. This is what I spent most of today doing, but I didn't print it because I think we'll have access to our hard drives. And even if we won't, it would make no sense to print this out. So these are my rule statements, and if we do have access to our hard drive, I can just copy and paste them into my final when I need to write the rule. Okay, so this is what I've been doing all today. It wound up being 13 pages, and it's just different rule statements. I don't know where I'll take Crim Pro tomorrow. We'll find out in the morning. Best case scenario would be having feeling in my thumb back when we take it, but given the way it feels right now, I don't think that's gonna happen. Actually, more accurately, given the way it doesn't feel right now because it is numb. Okay, I guess I'll keep studying. Hey vlog, I just wanted to let you know that I am done with my 2L year. I just finished my Crim Pro final, and I will tell you all about it after I take a nap because I'm so tired. But I just wanted to say that we're done with 2L year. I could not be happier right now just because like the stress is gone. Yeah, I'm just so thrilled. Just wanted to say it went pretty well. It was pretty straightforward. We can talk more about it later. Right now I'm taking a nap.